Hey, silent warriors. Do you wake up every morning thinking, I wish I could have slept a little more? Day after day, do you put off important tasks thinking, I'll do it tomorrow? Did you know that these little lazinesses of yours are unknowingly loosening the flow of your life? You feel like a powerless spectator while your inner strength is lost in the darkness of laziness. But what if I told you that there is an ancient, proven way to defeat this lazy monster within you? There are some rules that will destroy your laziness forever and put your life back in your hands. Ready? So let's dive deep into the Stoic philosophy, where 7 powerful keys to saying goodbye to your laziness forever await. After watching this video, your life will never be the same, I promise. Number 1, focus on what you can control. In life, we often worry about things that are beyond our control. The weather, the opinions of others, global events, or even past events, all of which we have no control over. And it is this unnecessary worry that weighs down our minds, saps our energy, and ultimately leads to laziness. Have you ever wondered why you hesitate so much before starting a task? A big reason for this could be that you are overthinking the outcome of that task, or some external adverse situation that is beyond your control. This idea is the foundation of Stoic philosophy. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, said, "Some things are within our control, and some things are not." This simple statement is one of the most profound truths in human life. When we realize this truth, our attention shifts completely to the things that we can influence, such as our own efforts, our attitudes, our decisions, and our reactions. For example, let's say you are planning a new business. You have control over your hard work, your research, your planning, and the quality of your product. But what the market will be like, what the competition will be like, or how your customers will receive your product, these are things that are not entirely under your control. If you start to overthink these uncontrollable things, your mind will fill with worry, fear, and doubt, which will prevent you from getting started. You will feel lazy because you will feel like your efforts may be worthless. But if you focus only on the things you can control, you will see that you have a lot to do. You can give your best, learn every step of the way, and keep trying to achieve your goals. No matter the outcome, you will know that you did your best. This mindset will energize you, eliminate your laziness, and make you productive. A practical strategy: take a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle, right under my control on one side, and out of my control on the other. Then divide your current worries into these 2 columns. You will find that many of your worries are in the out of my control column. Once this division is clear, stop worrying about the things in the out of my control column and focus all your energy on the things in the under my control column. I will only focus on my efforts because that is what I am in control of. From this point, we learned that it is essential to free ourselves from unnecessary worries and become productive by focusing on the things within our control. Do you often worry about things that are beyond your control? What is one thing in your life right now that you can control and that you should focus on? Share your experience in the comments. Number 2, start small every day. Often laziness overwhelms us when we see a huge or difficult task and think it's impossible to complete. Our minds get overwhelmed by the enormity of it, and we give up before we even begin. It's like climbing a big mountain. If you look at the whole mountain at once, it will seem impossible. But Stoic philosophy teaches us that any great achievement is the sum of small, consistent steps. Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius who was also a great Stoic philosopher, said in his book, Meditations, "Look upon every task before you as if it were the last one of your life." This doesn't mean that you should treat everything as your last, but rather it teaches you to take every moment and every task seriously, no matter how small. When you break a big task down into smaller parts, each part seems manageable. These small steps are relatively easy to complete, and these small victories boost your confidence. Let's take a practical example. Let's say you want to write a book, which is a huge task. This thought can make you lazy. But by applying the start small everyday principle, you can decide to write just 500 words a day or just outline a chapter. When you meet this small goal, you feel mentally satisfied and motivated for the next day. These small steps will eventually complete your book. Another example could be your exercise routine. If you suddenly decide to run for an hour every day, you will probably give up after 2 days. Instead, you can walk for 10 minutes every day or do 5 push-ups. These small steps will become your habit, and you can gradually increase the time and intensity of your exercise according to your goal. This method not only eliminates laziness, but it also helps you to be disciplined. The Stoics placed great emphasis on discipline because they knew that discipline increases our self-control and helps us achieve our goals. When you complete small tasks every day, you actually establish control over yourself. A practical strategy: divide your most difficult task into 3 small, manageable parts. Set a goal to complete only the first part each day. After completing it, move on to the second part if necessary, or mark the first part for the next day. I will take small steps every day, and these steps will lead me to my goal. From this point, we learned that starting small every day by dividing any large task into smaller parts eliminates our laziness and helps us achieve our goals. Number 3, see difficulties as opportunities. When an obstacle or problem comes into our lives, our first reaction is often negative. We get frustrated, complain, and often succumb to laziness because of the problem. But Stoic philosophy teaches us that these difficulties are actually opportunities in disguise. They come to test us and strengthen our character. Seneca, another famous Stoic philosopher, said, "The human spirit is tested through adversity." This means that when we face adversity, our true strength and resilience are revealed. Laziness often seeks comfort and wants to avoid hardship or challenges. But the Stoics believed that comfort weakens us, while challenges strengthen us. Let's make the matter clearer with a story. There was a young man who always looked for the smooth path. Whenever he faced a difficult situation, he would give up and sink into laziness. Once he went to a wise old man and asked for advice. The old man gave him a seed and said, "Plant it and take care of it every day." The young man planted the seed. After a few days, a small sapling appeared. But suddenly a storm came. The young man was scared and tried to protect the sapling. But the old man stopped him. The storm twisted the sapling. The young man was disappointed. But the old man said, "Look, the sapling will grow stronger roots and be ready for the next storm." Indeed, the next time the storm came, the sapling remained intact and grew into a strong tree. This story teaches us that difficulties help us to develop deeper roots and be ready to face the storms of life. When you feel sluggish because you have a difficult task or challenge ahead of you, tell yourself that this is an opportunity to increase your skills and resilience. You may learn a new skill, increase your problem-solving abilities, or discover a hidden strength within yourself. This perspective will free you from the trap of laziness and propel you towards action. A practical strategy. When you encounter a problem, think about what you can learn from it and how it can make you a better person or a more capable person. Write in a journal 3 possible positive aspects that can come from this difficulty. I accept every difficulty as an opportunity to learn and grow. From this point, we learned that difficulties give us the opportunity to strengthen our character and discover our inner strength, which helps us overcome laziness. Number 4, value time. We all have a limited amount of time in our lives. This is our most valuable asset. You can get money back, but once time is gone, it never comes back. Idleness is a waste of this precious resource. When we indulge in idleness, we actually waste moments of life that we will never get back. Seneca mentioned in his book on the shortness of life, "We do not think life is short, but we shorten it." He meant that our life is long enough, but we waste it in unnecessary work, unnecessary worries, and idleness. He also said that people do not get as much pain from wasting money as they do from wasting time. However, the value of time is much greater than money. If you look at your day from the perspective of a Stoic, you will see that every moment is an opportunity. It is an opportunity to learn, create, experience, and grow. Laziness robs you of these opportunities. Suppose you spend 30 minutes a day scrolling through social media, which is not really a productive task. If you use these 30 minutes to learn a new skill or achieve one of your goals, you will have achieved a lot in a month. This realization will lead you away from laziness and towards action. The main difference between a successful person and a lazy person is how they view the value of time. Successful people try to use every moment of their life in the most productive way, even if it is for rest or rejuvenation. On the other hand, lazy people neglect time and easily waste it. A practical strategy. Write down each of your tasks and the time spent on them in a journal for the next week. At the end of the day, review which tasks you wasted the most time on and how that time could have been used more productively. This will make you aware of the value of your time. My time is precious, and I will use it purposefully. From this point, we learned that our time is limited and precious. Realizing this truth and using every moment purposefully is essential to eliminate our laziness. Have you ever felt at the end of your day that your precious time has been wasted? What is one habit of yours that takes up a lot of your time, and how can you use that time more productively? Share your experiences in the comments. Number 5, take responsibility. A common cause of laziness is blaming external circumstances or other people for the events in our lives. When we blame others for our problems, failures, or laziness, we lose our own power and the opportunity to make changes. Stoic philosophy teaches us that no matter what our circumstances are, we are solely responsible for our reactions to them and our actions in dealing with them. As Epictetus said, "When you blame someone else for your problems, your progress is impossible." This powerful quote reminds us that when we adopt a victim mentality, we lose the power to change. Laziness often stems from this victim mentality. I can't do the job because the weather is bad, or I can't succeed because I don't have enough opportunities. Such arguments create an excuse for our laziness. But when you take responsibility for yourself, the power is back in your hands. You realize that your life is the result of your actions. You are the creator of your own destiny. This encourages you to give up laziness and actively take steps to improve your situation. Let's give you a real-life example. Suppose you are not getting a promotion at work and you are blaming your boss or company policy for it. As long as you hold this view, you will remain lazy and do nothing to change the situation. But if you take responsibility for yourself, you will ask yourself, am I trying hard enough to improve my skills? Am I taking extra steps to improve my performance? Should I learn something new? Finding the answers to these questions will motivate you to take action by taking action. Taking responsibility does not mean that you will blame yourself for every adversity. It means that you will take responsibility for your own reactions and actions to deal with the situation, no matter what the adversity is. This will give you freedom and awaken your inner strength. A practical strategy. When you feel lazy to start a task, ask yourself, am I blaming some external factor for this laziness? If the answer is yes, forget about that factor and say to yourself, what do I have in my hands right now that I can do? And start that small task. I take full responsibility for my life and my actions. I am the creator of my destiny. Takeaway message. From this point, we learned that taking responsibility for our own lives and actions is essential to overcoming our laziness and empowering ourselves. Number 6. Remember death memento mori. Memento mori is a Latin phrase that means remember that you are mortal. This idea may sound scary or depressing, but in Stoic philosophy it has a very inspiring aspect. The Stoics believed that accepting and remembering the inevitability of our death makes our lives more meaningful and helps us overcome laziness. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, considering how short your life may be, work to spend what remains well and honestly. This saying teaches us to think deeply. When we are aware of the transience of life, we realize how precious our time is. Laziness is neglecting this precious time. If you know that your life is limited, would you want to waste it lazily? Of course not. In this fast-paced life of the 21st century, we often forget about our mortality. We live in such a way that it's as if we have an infinite amount of time. This false sense of security breeds laziness. We think, I'll do this tomorrow, or I'll start next week. But tomorrow or next week may never come. This idea is not just to scare you, but to inspire you. It helps you appreciate the value of the present moment. It reminds you that the present moment is the most important time for you to fulfill your dreams, your goals, and your desires. When you practice memento mori, you feel that each day is a gift and that every moment should be used wisely. It inspires you to start those tasks that you have been putting off and to live the life that you really want. Suppose you have wanted to write a book for a long time, but laziness has kept you from doing it. When you think of memento mori, you realize that you don't know how much time you have to fulfill this dream. This realization will inspire you to write the first page today, because tomorrow may be too late. A practical strategy. Put a memento mori image or quote on your desktop or phone lock screen. Take a minute every morning when you wake up or before you go to bed at night to think about your mortality and organize your day accordingly. My life is fleeting, so I will use every moment with purpose and abandon laziness. From this point, we learn that remembering our mortality is essential to understanding the value of life and eliminating laziness and making every moment productive. Have you ever thought deeply about your mortality? Number 7. Focus on your actions, not on the results. A major source of laziness is the fear of failure. We are often afraid to start a task because we are not sure whether it will have a positive outcome. What if we don't succeed? These thoughts paralyze our minds, and we give up before we even start. Stoic philosophy offers a powerful solution to this problem. Focus your full attention on your efforts, not on the results. As Epictetus said, some things are under our control, and some things are not. We have discussed this saying before, and its application is especially important here. Your hard work, your preparation, your honesty, your perseverance, these are all under your control. But the results of your work, the reactions of others, or the external environment, these are not under your control. Suppose you want to do well on an exam. What is under your control? Your regular study, your preparation, your focus, and your hard work. But what questions will be asked on the exam, how the teacher will evaluate your answers, or how other students will perform in the exam hall, these are beyond your control. If you focus only on the results, you may feel lazy or frustrated due to excessive pressure. But if you focus on your studies and preparation, you will give your best. Whatever the result, you will know that you have done everything you had to do on your part. This peace of mind will keep you free from laziness. Think of a player. He practices hard every day, improving his technique. He has control over his practice, his diet, and his mental preparation. But he does not have control over the outcome of the match or the performance of his opponent. If he is only concerned with winning, he will be under pressure and will not be able to give his best. But if he focuses on his practice and game, he will give his best, and his chances of winning will increase greatly. This Stoic principle frees you from the fear of failure. When you focus on your actions, every effort becomes valuable because it builds your skills, experience, and character. Even if you don't have control over the outcome, you have complete control over your efforts. This realization will motivate you to stop procrastinating and work purposefully. A practical strategy. When you feel lazy about starting a task, tell yourself, I will just focus on the process. Then identify the first step in that task and focus on completing that step without worrying about the outcome. I will focus completely on my efforts because that is what I have control over, and it gives me energy. Takeaway message. From this point, we learned that focusing on our actions instead of thinking about the outcome frees us from the fear of failure and motivates us to work purposefully by eliminating procrastination. Is there a goal in your life where you are feeling procrastination because of the outcome? What task can you start to accomplish your goal, focusing only on completing the task without worrying about the outcome? Share your experiences in the comments. I hope these 7 Stoic rules will help you destroy laziness forever and live a more purposeful and effective life. Practice these principles, and you will see a remarkable change in yourself. These were the 7 Stoic rules that can destroy your laziness forever. We saw how by focusing on what you can control, taking small steps, seeing difficulties as opportunities, understanding the value of time, taking responsibility for yourself, remembering mortality, and focusing on action rather than results, you can conquer your inner laziness. Remember, Stoicism is not just a philosophy, it is a way of life that makes you resilient, strong, and purposeful. Your life is in your hands. If this Stoic journey has inspired you, show your goodwill with a virtual like, Share your favorite Stoic habits or what you learned from this video in the comments and share your wisdom with others. Let your friends know this powerful philosophy too, so share this video with them. And for more such deep wisdom and self-development, subscribe to our channel and become a part of this Stoic community. Let's move forward on the path to becoming the best version of ourselves.